My name is Alex, and this happened about 2 years ago. Nothing supernatural, nothing exaggerated, just a situation that could happen to anyone who takes ride shares at night. I was leaving a friend's birthday party around 11:30 p.m. I wasn't drunk, just tired, and I didn't feel like waiting for a bus. So I ordered an Uber. My driver was a man named Martin, 4.97 stars, silver Camry, looked normal in his profile photo. When he pulled up, everything matched. He even said my name before I got in. The start of the ride was completely normal. Clean car, polite small talk, phone chargers in a basket. One of those drivers who immediately make you feel comfortable. But after a few minutes, I noticed something strange. His GPS kept telling him to turn right. He didn't. It told him again. He still didn't. "Shortcut," he said casually. I didn't think much of it at first. Drivers sometimes know different routes. But the more turns he ignored, the further we drifted from the city streets I recognized. The GPS recalculated over and over, and every time it added minutes instead of removing them. I said, "Hey, I think we missed the turn." He just repeated "shortcut." Except this shortcut took us into a part of town I had never seen before. An industrial area full of warehouses and empty lots. No traffic, no lights, no people. Then the car slowed down. Far ahead in the middle of the road, a car sat with its hazard lights blinking. Two men stood behind it. No open hood, no signs of an actual breakdown. Just two hooded figures watching us approach. My driver muttered, barely audible, "Not again." Those two words flipped my stomach. "Not again?" I asked, "What's happening? Can you turn around?" He didn't respond. We were rolling forward at a crawl now. The two men stepped slightly apart, not waving us down, not asking for help. More like forming a position. I said louder, "Turn around, please." Still nothing. Then, right as we got close enough to see their faces under the hoodies, my driver suddenly slammed the gas pedal. The car lurched forward. One of the men stepped toward us, hands up, but my driver swerved and sped past them. I felt the tires hit something small, maybe debris, but he didn't slow down. My heart was pounding so hard I could barely hear. When we were far enough away, I snapped, "What the hell was that? Why do you go this way?" He was breathing fast. "It's happened before in this area," he said. "People blocking the road. I thought we could get through." That didn't calm me down at all. I texted my friend in our group chat. "An Uber. Driver took weird route. We'll call when home." The driver kept quiet as he finally got us back into a populated part of town. Streetlights, cars, people, civilization. I felt myself unclench a bit. But then, out of nowhere, he turned again onto a side road. Not toward my apartment, not on the GPS route, just randomly. The fear shot right back into me. "Why did you turn?" I asked. No answer. "Hey," I said, louder, "I want you to follow the GPS." Still nothing. I quietly unlocked my phone, thumb hovering over the emergency call button. Then I said, clear and firm, "Pull over or I'm calling 911. He blinked like he'd snapped out of a trance. "Oh, sorry," he said quickly. "I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to get back on track. I didn't mean to scare you." He immediately pulled to the curb. I got out while the car was still slowing. I didn't look back. I walked straight to a gas station with people around. Only after I was inside did I feel safe enough to exhale. He didn't follow. After a minute, he drove off. I waited 10 minutes, ordered a new Uber, checked the driver's identity 5 times, and finally went home. The next morning, I checked my trip history, and here's the part that still bothers me. According to the Uber app, my trip never left the main road. No industrial area. No detours. No weird turns. Nothing. It showed a perfect straight route as if the whole thing never happened. I reported it to Uber. They thanked me and said they would review the driver's account. That's all. But a few days later, a maintenance worker at my building, a guy I talk to sometimes, said something that stuck with me. When I mentioned the industrial area, he froze a little and asked, Were there guys standing behind a car? I said yes. He lowered his voice and said, "Yeah, that's happened to a few people. Not just Uber drivers. Police sweep that area a lot at night." I asked him what he meant. He just shrugged and said, "Let's just say you're lucky nothing happened." That's when it sunk in. I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't imagining danger. I wasn't overreacting. Something was wrong that night. With those men on the road, with the route we took, with the driver ignoring the GPS, and with the app pretending nothing happened. And now, whenever I use Uber, no matter how tired or how late it is, I double-check everything. The driver, the license plate, the route. Because sometimes the scariest thing isn't a ghost or a monster. It's a perfectly ordinary ride home that takes you somewhere you were never supposed to be.